gosh, hello, my
I'm
loyal
still making
subjects.
the promo.
That's okay, because I can greet the folks who are here like Mega Man. Oh my gosh, welcome in. I hope you're as excited for this as I am, because let me tell you, the time that I played this with a group of my friends was an extraordinary time. Hi, Violet Heart. Hi, Red Reaper. Yes, exactly. You're very loyal, and none of you are going to plot against me. Understood? um, what do you mean, Mega Man? Well, no. When you... No, it's all played through Twitch, I believe.
It's
Oh,
like
isn't there an extension for
it's
it? Hold on. You may need to get that, dear. Um,
oh
King of the Castle.
they have a website.
Yeah. I just need to figure out how this works. And we now have a Twitch extension. Where is it? You can read about it here. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
You don't know.
There's our new Twitch extension. Okay. So what? Right, I will be connected to you. Can install the extension at this link here. Okay. Hold on, dear.
Should we have done this before we started
It's
streaming?
fine, dear. Look, do that, okay?
Like,
And you can just add it in there, and I'm pretty sure you can just like hot start using it, right? Because I believe you can just like swap between extensions midstream. At least I believe that's the case. Dear, what's up?
I just don't know how this works.
Oh, you go to the link that I sent you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you click install.
It seems to already be installed.
Okay, well then go to your extensions, which is the other tab,
Uh-huh.
and see if it's activated.
Activate set as overlay 1?
Yeah.
So now active on slot overlay 1. Oh, there we go.
And
Oh
bada bing,
god.
bada boom. Just like that, you now should be able to very easily play along with us, everyone here in chat. They do have a website, Mega Man, but that's like for local games. They also have a Twitch extension, which you can use just to run this purely through Twitch chat, which is what we are going to be doing today. Isn't that just a dandy? What?
I'm just thinking, is like there's some stuff that probably won't be very visible on the VOD, just because like, I mean, it has your stuff, but
I mean, it'll show all the votes.
I
It all
guess.
happens up on the main screen.
Mm-hmm. I also do not fully remember how to play, so...
That's fine. I'll remind everybody via starting a new dynasty for this one. I say, without any further ado, let's swap on over to the main screen, where you can see the true extent of my rather royal visage.
Hi, I'm here. I'm just normal.
Yeah,
I didn't
she's
have time
normal.
to make a... I did not have time to make a new sprite for this,
Don't worry about it. Don't even worry
so
about
I
it.
don't need to
There will be a
have the
join
game
command.
open. Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be a
Oh
join
dear, there's
command.
like a little green halo around you.
I don't know how to get rid of that. That's just an issue with,
You are glowing with green power.
yeah, actually, that's actually a great sign, and it is an auspicious
Oh, you're
reminder of my
glowing.
divine right to rule over this kingdom.
Oh
Let's
dear, you're glowing.
make sure that this
Like
happens.
actually.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm connected as we go on Twitch. I will create a new dynasty. That said, I will still just be myself for this.
Hmm.
Queen Viola of the
Do I
Valentine.
have to open the game on my
No.
to have my custom looks or
No, I don't think so. I think if it's like connected to your channel.
oh yeah, I don't know if it is.
Well, you can
But
go and connect.
uh
As you can see, I modeled my PNG tuber for the stream series directly off of my appearance as the Monarch in this game. Now,
will you be playing with us? I mean, I can't also play as a monarch.
of course, of course. Yeah, let's play on Twitch. Shows up, install it by going to there. That's fine. So, what regions am I going to have to contend with as a ruler here? Chat, name of these colors, red, blue, orbal, yellow, green. Which of them speak to you? Which do you desire to have as your potential, either faction or enemies who you are desperately trying to kill?
Urple has to be done for the bit. Everybody's
Alright.
saying Urple
We will
and
certainly
said
have the
gold.
counts of the E. Alright. What else, though? But you are also red, so we'll include the Barons.
Mm-hmm.
We need one more. 3 regions total. Oh, Mega Man said gold, so there. We'll have the Barons, Counts, and Grandees. And now, look right over here in the top left, everybody. This will give you your ability to join into the game. And as you start typing into chat with this join message, you will start appearing on the list. And you can join whenever. You can hot join even if you show up late. Here they come! Our nobles starting to file on in. You
I
see,
am Urple.
if you own the game, like so, you are able to, you are
Is
able,
Twitch delay going to be to have to take into account?
it's fine. Also,
Okay.
dear, tragically, since I am playing through your Twitch channel, you have my appearance. So you're just going to be like a
Oh.
clone of me that is also one of the counts.
A weird interloper. Me wearing like a shitty mask of you.
Gosh.
Hi, I'm Viola Valentine. Read my book, read my webcomic, read my novella.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so I see Xano has the game. Hell yeah. Alrighty, how many folks do we have here? 17
And like
total,
some of the
so if
factions
any
will
of you
be
other ones do want to show up and appear in this game and decide which faction ends up winning in the end, it's going to be me. I want to give them a bit of false hope. Then please use the join command up in the top left of the screen.
left.
You will, yeah, be able to engage with all of us here today.
I kind of wish that I was able to move this, but it might be worth considering if we do another one of these to
What?
clear the overlay of the top left just a little bit. Not right now, not right now.
What do you?
Because like what?
What are you seeing? I don't see what you're
here's
seeing.
here's. You see?
Okay, yeah, but you can, like, close that.
I mean, I can, but I need it open to play the game.
Not right now, not like this second. Whatever. Alrighty.
Hi, Red Reaper and Xano. I'm the true Viola Valentine. I'm
No!
the one you have to answer for.
No! She's an imposter!
Can't wait to get shanked in the Denny's. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Lord.
Also, my Viola's really good at levitating the orb. The royal orb is getting tossed up so much. It's great. I would
Look,
have
it's
thought that the
my
tossing it
regalia.
up would.
I get to decide what to do with it.
I would have thought that the tossing it was like the blink option.
Nah, I'm like, just like, I'm toying with it. Also, hi,
If
Fire
it's-
Golza. If you want to join in the game, use the join command in the top left.
Is that a demon core? Is that why you're green?
Don't worry about it, okay?
Don't you worry, you booty. So this means that you can't talk without throwing that up in the air. So if we can
Yeah.
just take that from you, you can't talk.
Oh, fuck, it's the talking conch. Oh,
it's the
fuck.
talking stick.
Oh, we're right back. Lord of the Flies once again. Okay, well, it seems that's everyone that is going to be joining for now. But be sure to tell your friends and tell your family, I guess. Actually, I'm going to share this around to a couple more servers just to be sure people see it.
I forget. I know we had the patricians of the coast in the game that we
Yes.
played, and we're like the
Yes.
fucking merchants trying to sell
Yes.
crabs to people.
Correct.
Trying to crash the crab market and benefit.
Yeah.
Did we play with the red and yellow ones though? The Grandies and the Barons?
We did play with our one game was Chiefs of the North, Counts of the East, and Patricians of the Coast.
Okay, so Counts of the East are the only returning ones from the one that we played.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. I'm going to post this around to a couple more places. See if there's anyone interested.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we shouldn't be rushing into this, you know?
It's alright. It's alright. There, and a bar. And there we go. Alright. And put it in Just Cause also. I think that's
Just because.
just about everywhere I can put it. Oh wait, I could put it here. Easy. I bet.
All the different sonas you did for the groups?
Yeah,
The
all the different factions are represented by different
Oh,
creatures.
yes, the little blorbos. The blorbos.
It's very fun.
Yeah. We gotta. It's our MO to represent things as cute furries.
Hell yeah. Alright. So, I say, nothing to do but to get going with things for this. So let's get right into it. Beginning the reign of Queen Viola Valentine.
Yippee!
Yay! Oh boy, it's time to meet with the Council of Nobles. Alright.
I don't think we are going to do voice acting like we did. Oh dear, I'm covering up the options.
Oh, cool. Then, check it. Wow.
Yeah, I feel like we probably should not.
And there you go. Okay. Great work, team.
I've been shrunk.
Yep, you're small. I'm big. I'm the queen. I'm allowed
Uh,
to do these things. You're rotating
uh,
her with royal powers.
uh,
Yeah, alright. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. May the ninth god bless your ring. Oh, hi, Tex. Nice beard.
yeah,
Alright.
no, it randomly, unless you have the queen's
Mm-hmm.
eyes, it's just how it looks.
Yep.
Um, if you have an account, if you have the game itself, you can go and customize it. But of
No
course,
wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs.
we are, just going to be going with a randomly generated, designs, except for me, where I am a fucking clone of
Yes,
her.
correct. A clone of me for some reason. I know the reason, but don't worry about it.
For some, I
Oh, the
mean,
queen's eyes. Don't worry. That's also a mark of royalty. Look, it's the path to victory. It's a bird.
no, it's a bird.
It's actually the bird that's talking to me.
Oh,
Alrighty. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you are still blocking like a little bit of the
That's
dialogue
fine. You all
options.
don't need to see this because I'm the one making these decisions.
You just kind of get to openly see her decisions.
Yeah, we all get to openly see each other's decisions. That's the point of the game.
Uh-huh.
Why, it's simply how the game works. Also,
Why, it's Gabe, of course.
yeah. Also, yes, up here, for anyone who is joining in late, as you see up here, you can join in the game at any time. Just exclamation join followed by your pronouns. Anyways, I think I'm going to set my goal as farming. Alright.
Wow.
Before then, I need to get an heir, and before I can get an heir, I need to be coronated. Take place in a week's time. And the nobles get restless. They take their daggers and look for the nearest back. So, I wouldn't want that, I suppose.
Me going to stab
Now,
Nickelback?
as is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. So let's call the nobles in. Get in here, folks, because just in a second from now, it is going to be up to all of you to determine what we end up doing. I will, however, be
You've got the
using one of
veto
my
power.
royal laws to say I am not
Throw the queen
spending
into the
that
river.
much of the personal treasury. No, sir. No way, no how. But as for the rest of you, you will just have to do exclamation vote with your option right now.
Which? Exclamation point. Option?
Vote with. It
Vote.
says it right here.
Alright. Gosh. We've got time limits.
Correct. But I can just also choose to wait until more people have voted. But that seems to be everybody, and oh, would you look at that? It's a tie. With a tie, I get to decide which decision comes out on top.
Fuck.
So let's not.
She just chooses to get thrown into the river.
Look, if it means not starting to empty my treasury right off the bat, sure. Let's do a little joke, shall we?
Throwing the queen into the river so she can have a swim.
Hold on, let me get into my best bathing suit. Yeah, see, let me get changed out of my nice robes.
God.
Alrighty. Thus ends the first season. And so, the scheming begins. Oh, well, this is your descendant, dear.
Oh, of the Wingu on Twitch dynasty.
Of course, of course.
Oh, it's Wingu on
Oh,
Twitch,
in
of
ancient
course.
times, the East was its own proud kingdom. What a nerd. Anyways, how do you all what do you all, you Counts of the East, want to set as your victory condition? Choose wisely, because the other teams will be playing against you, trying to make you move away from your stat goals, and to stop you from being able to win the game.
Is for possession, so I'm gonna vote C.
Alright. Where are the others? Where are the others? I know there are 3 counts here. There you are. Oh, you are all in unanimous agreement that you are all a bunch of devil-worshipping freaks. Understood.
Centaur, you're not a Count of the East. Hi, Stella. Hi, Stella! Exclamation point join, followed by your
Stella.
pronouns.
Yeah. Get in there, get in there.
I was eating the
Counts
food.
Plan to summon a demon to possess the queen, putting her totally under their control. First, they must lull the queen into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the counts must lower their defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. So, grandees, barons, as you join into the game and start making decisions, remember that if you can make the counts more rebellious, it makes it harder for them to win the game. Meanwhile, the barons. Asentar, your spawn is also attempting to plot against me. What are you all going to do?
I'm gay. That ain't my kid.
Yeah, well, you got a kid somehow, buddy. Also, yes. Okay, Stella, you are one of the grandees, so luckily your team has not chosen their win condition yet. That said, Asentar, Mega Man, and Lunya. What are we thinking? What are you thinking?
Oh, they keep making y'all bald.
That's just a Baron's thing, I guess.
You all are bald.
Stella does not have a single hair. That's so sad.
Not even a curly baby hair.
Not even a curly baby hair.
Not even a singular curly baby hair. With a little bow.
Yes,
God.
please, you other two, cast your votes. Do exclamation vote and then A, B, or C for whether you want to have any of these three
Lunya and Mega
particular
Man.
goals. Yeah, Mega Man, Lunya, where you at, gamers? Yeah, no, it's not numbers. It's letters, Mega Man, as you can see here. You have to vote for the particular letter that you want. But it seems that at this point, even if Mega Man were to vote, they have chosen to attempt an uprising.
Raising the treasury.
The barons plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the queen before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Which means it is in my best interest to actually spend a little bit. Stella! It would seem that a claimant from your dynasty is here to try to scheme against me as well.
Everybody's scheming against you, dear. I wonder why.
I think it's because they all don't know just how good they have it under my reign. And they're all just
They
very
all
ungrateful
hate the
of
fuck
me.
out of your pussy.
Yes. Grandees. Tex, Violet Heart, Stella. Ooh, Stella, you now have the deciding vote between the 3 of you. Intimidation or excommunication?
Or you
Intimidation.
could go for chaos and just have it tie. Oh, hi, Marstomp. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my
Oh my gosh, thank you
gosh.
for the sub!
11 months.
Heck yeah! Oh, we've got... Alright,
Currently on a
so
5-month streak.
congratulations, Marsh Stomp. You are now one of the Barons of the March. You are trying, as this bit notes here, to increase the treasury of the kingdom as one of your win conditions. Everyone
So
else,
go...
try and stop them.
What does that say? Go raise what?
Raise the treasury. And this is
No, no,
raise
no.
stability.
For the raise stability. That's what I was
Yeah,
asking. The big
the
one on the screen.
Grandees plan to hold the queen hostage in her own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Meaning, all of you who may want to stop these other factions from winning the game before you can, might want to drop the stability a little bit. Now we continue to the laws of the land. I am going to get to adopt a new law that I can use to influence the vote.
Hmm.
Bribery
Because
or
it's all
swing
rigged.
votes? I'm gonna say swing votes.
I still love that there's still the option on the tags for the stream. Log.
Alrighty, let's take a peek at the honor guard. I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you hold a battle royale to choose your honor guard, says Asentar.
Fortnite!
Oh no! Asentar's inventing Fortnite! If you let us host it in the March, I'll even pay for it. The spectacle will boost your economy massively, and of course, I'm confident the Marcher veterans will win. This is pointless. Why don't you just choose your honor guard and have done with it? Fuck it. I guess we're gonna Fortnite. Because yeah, that's individual wealth, so, I believe that is you, Asentar, who has to pay out of pocket to, produce this, Fortnite Battle Royale.
My liege, we should invite that legendary bard Hatsune Miku to join our battle royale.
Oh, it is indubitably a brilliant idea. I'll begin organizing the event at once, and like that, Asentar's personal wealth has nearly vanished. That battle bus does not come cheap, folks.
The battle chariot.
A week later, you receive word that the Battle Royale is due to begin, held on the battlefields of Baron Asentar's fortress. You travel down to spectate, along with a horde of murder fans from across the kingdom.
Mikuni Hatsu.
Today's competitors are Eastern Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, fierce battle nuns from the south, and the Baron's battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Who
Battle
will
nuns.
I support personally? Yeah, no, Battle Nun sounds fucking sick as hell, not gonna lie.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I
The
think
battle
I'll-
nun, that's like Julie Daubny in like 1800s France. 1700s, whatever.
God. Alright. The bell rings, the battle nun leaps forward, her sword flashing. The Eastern Knight parries effortlessly, singing an ancient war poem. The battle nun dances back fluid as a viper and turns her attention to the marcher soldier. Sparks fly as blades clash. The three fighters dart back and forth, almost too fast for the eye to follow. Once, twice, a blade finds its mark. Blood sprays, and finally someone stands victorious! Fuck. Alright, Asentar rigged it. Asentar rigged it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they've gotten a new wave of recruits. Alright. Oh, a dangerous cult in the east. In other news, water is wet. Hi,
Hey.
Xano. Priests bring ever more concerning reports of a wild cult at large in the east. These fanatics call themselves the 8th chapter, and they claim to have found the arm of a dead god. Nonsense. Blasphemy. Possibly both. Church attendance is already down, and with it tithes. We can hardly manage without tithes. This heresy cannot stand. The council must do something to stop it. Understood. Honestly, all of these are fine. So I think I'm just gonna... say that my personal vote is behind option C. And that may sway things one way or another.
Oh my god, the
See what the
barons
council
of the
believes.
march.
Yeah, Baron's OP, please, Nerf. And it would seem that my choice has ultimately come out on top because I'm such a gamer.
Fuck.
I'm glad that you four can see reason when you looks you in the face. Just a little bit more of a push, and very soon the counts will be denied of their precious first step of their scheme. It's rare you hear a few of the counts actually hiss. The wisdom of inaction may prove the council right.
Sorry, that
or
was just
it may
me.
destroy you all. And finally, over in the south, a hordling attack. Oh, hi, Stella. I'm ruined. Hordlings have occupied my vineyard.
Bald.
The fuck is a hordling? Grubby little creatures. Like fat green babies with claws. Hard to kill. Fire's the only way to get rid of them permanently.
My grapes.
My grapes! Whatever
My
you do, we
cabbages.
should do it soon. They're eating all of my grapes.
God.
And, why can't the other grandees help out? My plight is of no interest to them. Alright, allow us to assemble the council then. Alright. Well, I certainly don't want to do the option that lowers farming. So, there. Have at it, you lot, have at it. A load of these grapeless buffoons.
Somebody doesn't have grapes. Oh dear.
Yeah? Yeah, no, it seems that they are quite interested in perhaps getting a bit of extra wealth by having their troops get paid to intervene. Let's see. When the grandees grudgingly send their token force, a slaughter ensues. The hordlings put up a meager fight before scurrying into the hills. Particularly, the grandees discover that the hordlings filled Grandee Stella Blacktail's wine cellar with spoons. So many that it's almost impossible to move down there. It will take some time before the vineyard is back up to full production, but Grandee Stella is grateful for the help. And so you alone benefit from that, Stella. Congratulations. Alrighty. So here's a fun thing. You all have your personal wealth, which you can see through the extension and also over here. Because of this, you can begin an auction where the two buildings here that get the most money invested in them overall get picked for what gets built this year. The fun thing here is that you are able to pay for things from other groups. So, for example, say if you are a count and you want this scheme to fail, you want to lower stability. So, as a count, you can fund option B and lower stability in the kingdom. And so on and so forth, in order to not just help your own area, but also potentially screw over your opponents by paying for bad buildings in their lands.
I
With
see.
that, the auction begins.
Yeah, Centauri, you'll have to re-put your thingy in. Then...
Will you? It says you're right here. Yeah, so for example, currently there's a lot of funding going in for the prison, but also a little bit going in to increase the stability, naturally on behalf of the grandees, who want nothing more than to increase the stability of the kingdom to a dangerous degree. And
Deer
so,
Park.
if you all don't have a second option come about by the end of this, it's going to be a net zero interaction on the kingdom. It seems it is going to be a net zero interaction.
Ah, shit.
Plus 1 stability, minus 1 stability. Yippee!
Yay!
Oh, a plague of rats. It seems that the South is consistently being overrun by creatures and monsters.
Process has occurred. We have multiplied by 1. I have $1.
Violet Heart, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the South are overrun by vermin. We've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope. Alright, well, what are we supposed to do about this, huh? Well, I think one thing's for certain. I don't want to potentially lower the farming of the kingdom. But any of these other options, I think, are totally fine. It is now up to you all to decide. Delivering a supply of rat poison.
Delivering a supply of rats.
Oh, wait, no, they already have those.
More rats.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I thought it's rats. It's really rats. Clues. We have 10 votes, but the 11th wouldn't change the outcome. Just barely you have voted to deliver a supply of rat poison to the South.
Should have been a supply of rats.
Stability challenge failed. You send barrels of poison to the South. They're closely guarded, but during the night, one of the barrels goes missing. Word gets out and rumors erupt. Who stole the barrel? Is it an assassination plot? Is the Queen poisoning citizens of the South? Was the rat infestation a cover story all along? The rats die off.
Somebody just drank it all.
But the unrest remains. The missing poison is never found.
Somebody drank the rat poison as like a painkiller or whatever the fuck they use it as.
Oh, look at that. Heresy has been unleashed in the East. Your Highness, it is with little surprise that I must say that ignoring our gold problem did not make the issue simply go away. The 8th chapter has grown in size and now threatens to overturn the church in our cities. Their leader, Trevion de Operi, has taken to calling himself the Father in the East. Well, that's fucked. Well, none of these are particularly good, now are they?
Crowned the greatest Inquisition ever seen.
Well, I have no input on this. You all fight amongst yourselves about which of these doomed plans may or may not succeed.
Sure.
Alright.
Mount the greatest Inquisition ever
Oh
seen.
gosh, this is a very close vote. And there's...
I don't think a lot of people are really decided on exactly which direction they want to go with it.
Uh-huh. And yet, in the end, it would appear that we are going to be trying to bribe a cultist to kill their leader.
Wow.
Your spy master sets her agents to scouring the east, infiltrating cells of the cult to find a willing betrayer. All the while, the counts breathe down your neck as more and more shrines to the eighth god appear within their borders. Weeks pass, and your spy master reports that the faith of the eighth chapter is unshakable. Subterfuge has failed. Well, that's fucked. Anyways, in the twisty passages of your castle, you can
Counts, we
avoid
gotta
your
work that
advisors,
defiance
nobles,
lower.
even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. I've been busy. I wanted... Okay, fine. I'll find a lady. See what they have to offer. Alrighty.
Are you gay, straight?
Hidden in a labyrinth beneath an eastern castle, a pair of counts meet to speak of their scheme against the queen. The Chancellor sent me a fruit basket last week to thank us for our efforts in helping the crown. It's working. Our reputation is secure. Our problem now is the Archbishop. His beady little eyes will be focused on us if we're not careful. We must evade him at all costs. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. So, barons, grandees, neither of you have gotten through the first stage of your particular missions, so you may be quite inclined to increase the faith over in the east, to stop them from getting to their second step before you get your first. Across the kingdom, discontent with the queen is rising. Everyone knew she was better off. But until now, it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now the peasants are asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their benevolent overlord. And, as everyone knows, once a question has been asked, it can't be unasked.
Watch me unask your question.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Well, somewhere in the march, a group of barons are touring Lunia's impressive trophy room. Once the tour is over, a bottle of brandy is uncorked and the barons settle down for some light treason as a treat. Common folk are getting rowdy, and it's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the queen's hiding, they're itching to get rid of her. Careful we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Aye, now is the time to incite some real chaos. Show them that Queen Viola is not only greedy, she's utterly incompetent, too. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. So now you are working directly against the grandees.
God.
Let's see here. I think that a common tax is totally fine now, considering that now nobody is particularly interested in raising their own defiance. And so we begin the next year. Eligible options. Hey. Alright, 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 wheat regions. Alrighty. Yes, I know. Let's see. The eldest daughter of the Eastern Winguan Twitch dynasty.
Wowee.
Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. Very pious young lady. She did have to suppress a peasant revolt on her land recently. Wonder why? Intriguing. And Azzacintha from the south, eldest daughter of Texas lineage. She was reputed to have an ego the size of the sun. But there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the ninth god above all worldly concerns. Actually, she's a little intense. She calls herself an avatar of the ninth's justice. Not bad. And finally, the March's offering. Yvette, scion of the prestigious Marston bloodline. The barons all seem a little scared of her, though I can't work out why. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. She was high up in the army, training the troops, but was dishonorably discharged for some reason. That sounds like a laugh. So what do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Give me Sashara!
Sasha.
Sashara. Yes, I have made my decision. Sashara of the East. Let's make arrangements. Meanwhile, the Warlock has harmed me once again. A strange letter has arrived. I think it must be from a Travion de Paris. Reach out your hand to take the letter and it bursts into flames!
I've gotta take some Tylenol, I got a bit of a headache.
Oh, Kiyawaga. Witchcraft! Witchcraft! Speak, apparition! Have out with your devilry! A voice like iron dragged over hot coals proclaims, I hear you wish to kill my master. I know you tried, you pig. Meet with my master. Oh, fuck. I can't keep doing that voice. At his temple beneath the god's good ground, or he will drown the east in blood. The burning spirit takes flight and begins to circle the council chamber. You will have no parley with this madman. Tell this abomination to be gone. I have a notion. A parley would present the perfect opportunity to ambush the 8th chapter's inner circle. Oh boy. Let's see here. So these are all generally fairly good ones. I think, however, I am going to prioritize forming an ambush. Let's begin the voting. I'm not a pig, I was just a fucking silly Billy. Oh, I'm glad that the barons agree in using force to settle this matter.
Killing, maiming, violence.
Yay, 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 yay! Hatred and death and bloodshed on planet fuck!
I'm just being a different.
The burning spirit shrieks and then dives at the floor. It vanishes in a shower of sparks. Your spy master approaches the scorch mark and looks amazed. This is a map. This is the place and time you are to meet the Warlock. And there we'll plunge as many knives as we can find into his back. Right, I will gather my agents in the east and have them scout the area. And I'm sure we'll get an update on that later. Oh, the Horde is striking back. Hey, the South, can you get your shit together for like 5 minutes, please? Thanks. The Hordelings, they've returned! The soldiers we sent only got rid of them temporarily. They've taken over my vineyard again! Never mind that. Your Highness must act quickly to alleviate the spoon shortage in the south. Spoons are disappearing all across the region. Alright. I keep stealing spoons, I guess. Whatever, bro. Let's see here. Alright. I think
The spoon shortage.
I will enable swing votes so you all can see how each other are voting and can recast your votes whenever desired. If you think that your first pick isn't going to work, then swap over to your second pick, and so on and so forth.
Oh boy. I can't see what the thing on option D is. It's completely blocked by your...
increased defiance.
Okay, I
Here,
see.
let's make myself a little bit smaller so that you can... There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. Everyone is very hesitant in this world of swing voting.
Man, the Barons suddenly are not very united.
They could only agree on trying to stab each other. And then me.
Grandees entirely united. Counts entirely united.
Yeah, but it seems that the votes have settled
the East
down.
hate my fruit!
Bro, they hate your grape pussy.
Grapeless! We're already purple. We don't need more grapes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate for me, but at the very least, you're all very faithful. Peasants are conscripted from farms for the spoon hunt. Priests begin praying for a solution in chapels across the south. The city watch take double nightly shifts to look out for these elusive cutlery thieves. And so we move on to the next season. There you go. My new law, but before then... it is time for the royal wedding.
Oh.
Your wedding to Sashara is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party.
Hi, Ease. Hi, Knack.
Ease. Hey, everyone.
You two can join if you want.
Yeah, you can hot
Exclamation
join.
point, join pronouns.
Uh-huh. Hot joining is allowed and, in fact, highly encouraged. Because, I don't know about you all, but the, barons of the March are currently looking a bit big for their britches, having 5 nobles to their name.
Join us in the east, the counts.
The counts. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Sashara on your side. You take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife. Indeed. Hooray!
I changed my mind.
Yippee! Except not I mean, I think I've pretty much given up on the first step of their plan. We're just gonna have to try and stop them on the second step, folks. And that's just kind of how it's gonna be. By the time you find yourself alone with Shashara, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Did you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen.
Dire.
Perhaps you're right. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. Oh, there. You comfort Sashara long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. Anyway, it's time to kill this guy. In the dead of night,
You
you
know,
begin to...
I wonder if this is going to have the same intrigue with some of the relationship stuff as we did in the one session that we played.
In the dead of night, you begin a secret journey to meet the 8th chapter in the east. It's just you, your spy master, and your honor guard disguised as common soldiers, rattling away in the back of a worn cart for 100 miles. At a wooded grove, you are greeted by a gaggle of wild-eyed folk, with the number 8 branded onto their foreheads. They push a giant boulder away
Sideways
to reveal
infinity.
a cave entrance. Well, no, I think it's like... I think it's like the Roman numeral 8.
No, I know. I'm just joking that it's
Okay.
sideways infinity.
Oi!
I have.
Your
Hi, Wolviron.
guard,
You can
your
join
majesty.
us if you want.
Uh-huh.
Exclamation point join and then your pronouns.
Dude, Pokemon Mystery
Pokemon
Dungeon, gate into this cave. You are led down a long tunnel, at the end of which rests an enormous metal arm, like the limb of a fallen giant. A Travion stands atop it. I am a
Shadow Visitor.
Travion de Operi. They call me the Father in the East. Welcome, your majesty. I am pleased you chose to meet with me. You bear witness to his arm, the arm of the 8th. Surely you must now believe the prophecy. Alrighty. Well, let's take the 50-50, I guess. Good of you to meet me.
Let's
Foolish
do
of you to
this.
surround yourself with untrained peasants. Fuck! Your spy master gives 3 sharp whistles and a swarm of your spies suspend from the shady tunnels around the cavern. We are betrayed. Fight, my followers. Kill them all. Though the cult members are untrained, their zeal makes them vicious in combat. They fight back with tenacity, and your spies are soon dead on the floor. Your marcher veterans charge forward with swords aloft, crashing into the rushing mass of cultists and giving you and your spy master time to escape back up the tunnels. Make it back to your wagons alive, but your honor guard will never see sunlight again. That could have gone better. Well, fuck.
Gone in our favor.
That's no good.
We win,
Travion
I think,
lives
with
to
that.
fight another day. He will surely rally others to his cause. By the time you return to the capital, reports of your failure are everywhere. Yippee!
Yeah.
We're getting fucked this game. Oh, at least we found the spoon thief.
The spoon thief!
Your Highness,
Also-
we tracked the disappearing spoons all the way back to Grandee Stella's vineyard.
Hold on. Well, Byron, you need to do join and then your pronouns, either he, she, or they.
It says it right up here. Right up here. Surely you understand I had nothing to do with this. It was these hoardlings, no doubt. The ones who have taken over my vineyard. Show mercy, my queen. Nay, you should be punished. If only for your incompetence.
Scrub all the
Half
floors
the South
in
are eating
Hyrule.
stew with their hands because of your hoardling problem. Oh, what do we gotta do about Stella?
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup. Slots don't hold much soup.
God.
They're grapes.
Oh, God. Alright, let's see. Where... Oh, well, Byron, you're one of the counts. Hooray, hoorah.
Yay, we got another one.
Uh-huh, we got another one, chat. Alright, well...
We got another one.
Let's see here. None of these are particularly interesting to me, or none of them are particularly scary either, so... Go get 'em, gamers! I see that the Barons certainly want to arrest Stella for the negligence that they have shown.
This is like, you know that gif of like the guy in the classroom that's just like getting things thrown at him until they're straight throwing backpacks and
Yeah.
desks and chairs at him. This is everybody at Stella right now.
Great work, everyone. We got Stella. Get her ass.
This is just like Among Us.
Grandee Stella Blacktail is thrown in manacles. Later, a group of militia attack the vineyard to recover the stolen spoons. But it doesn't go well.
For grapes!
The Hordlings prove smarter than expected, laying a deadly trap for Southerners involving a swinging wall made of 1,000 sharpened spoons. They retreat in disarray. The South has ruined their military, and now Stella II has joined the council.
Don't worry, you had a kid.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Stella II. In the south, beneath a scorching sun, Violet Heart strolls through his vineyard in the company of a few close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Please don't dishonor me by comparing me to a mouse. Speak plainly or not at all. I apologize, my friend. In plain terms, then, our next step is to replace the palace watch with our own agents. Should be easy enough. If the queen can't pay them, the watch will look for money elsewhere.
So wait, did that just like forcibly rebalance the teams? Did we just get auto-balanced? Hang on, look, how many people are on the list?
No. Nobody got rebalanced. Well, Viren just joined the counts.
Oh! I forgot that Stella was on the Grandees.
Yeah. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in the span of 2 seasons. That's not gonna happen. That is sure as heck not going to happen. However, everybody, I think, really needs to start looking at what the counts are doing, because the counts' faith is very low on account of the whole 8th god cult thing. Not good.
You don't gotta worry about us. We're not doing anything.
So anyways,
It's
a new
fine.
honor guard. We kind of need a new one. The deaths of your honor guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, your majesty. But we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once. Each region offers a selection of elite guards. The counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. The grandees with fierce battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel. The barons offer another squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. These ones are not quite as veteran, because the veterans that we hired last time got killed in a dungeon. Yeah, of course, since your previous honor guard were marcher veterans who will never live to collect their pensions, the barons refuse to send any more of their hard-bitten soldiers to die in your service.
That was a battle royale for people who died instantly.
God. Yeah, so much for that fucking battle royale, dude. Come on. Alright. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they've fought in an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. Terrifying warriors, and they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. Aight?
Battle nuns.
I'm thinking... I don't need an honor guard. I definitely need an honor guard, especially when the grandees are trying to undermine my honor guard. I will pick the
Southern
Knights.
nuns. The Southern nuns, also called the Sons.
The knights arrive a few weeks later. They're all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces himself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Well, okay. Oh, the good word. Great, finally, some good news. Oh, Sashara has had an idea. My wife. As I'm sure you know, my fellow counts have been shirking their religious duties a bit recently. Faith of the ninth god could certainly be higher in the east right now.
Who the fuck is this?
Is the feeling of disconnect from the church here in the capital. But I think if the message came from one of their own, it might make a difference. You want to become a preacher. Not a preacher exactly, just an ambassador, I suppose, to show them what it means to be a faithful adherent to the ninth god. Will you give me your blessing? Go forth and bring the good word to them, my love. Good Lord, we need to stop them from lowering their faith.
No,
How
you don't.
exquisite.
No, you don't.
I'll make the preparations immediately. Thank you so
No, you
much
don't.
for your daughter helping me with this, dear.
What the fuck?
Word spreads
What the
fast that the
fuck?
queen consort will pour
Sashana!
east. Thousands flock
You
to the
bitch!
towns and villages where she plans to
You
stop.
fucking bitch!
Oh, unfortunately, they're mostly
traitor!
flocking to throw vegetables. The popularity of the crown in the east certainly isn't as high as Sashara had hoped. It's not long before she calls off the tour to return home, her tail tucked between her legs. Well, fuck.
God.
We are at the edge of doom, your majesty. Stoneclaw Keep is under siege and our armies cannot hold out against the 8th chapter for much longer. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're not doing this. I don't trust the 40%. We're either spending a bit, to hire a wizard, or we're just going to fucking have to learn to live with them. The wizard, obviously. I mean, if you think that the wizard will body the evil warlock, then go for it, I guess.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
Yeah,
Fireball!
Wizard time, motherfucker! I do not like to think that faith has so utterly failed that we must turn to sorcery. Luckily,
Your
faith
faith is
can't
zero.
go lower in the east. As
I think
long
it's
as
a
our
east
cities are
sleep.
returned to us, the price will be worth it. I have a letter to write.
Our faith in defiance is zero. We're winning the fuck out of this.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that was undesirable. I guess aside from that,
Money.
let's see here. The barons naturally are going to want to lower
Also, we're
stability.
like some of the richest.
Uh-huh. Well, you could turn that all around. If
I'm going to fund all of that. Chad, I have no money. You all arrested me.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's because of your incompetence dealing with the spoon thief, Stella.
So, okay, Stella, which one do you want me to vote for? Sure, I'll be generous.
So magnanimous.
Which one, Stella? Some of my money is in your hands.
It
I'm
seems
waiting.
that all of the money is presently being invested into the prison.
Alright.
The barons are
And
absolutely bankrupting themselves over this to try to achieve their scheme. Oh, and yet, extra farming for the count. Thank you so much, dear. Uh-oh, look out. Project E now has 1,000, dear. Dare you bid more in the few seconds left? Or are they gonna take it?
Running out of time, almost certainly, especially with Twitch delay.
Alas.
My farm! By the way, I just want to say, I don't know shit about strategy.
God.
I'm just doing what the vibes are.
Your marriage to Sashara has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a
bitch.
political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. Also birds.
Oh, birds.
It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. I'm very happy. Happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to your kingdom, and I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. We'll find a way. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can, get down to business.
Please fuck in the upcoming month.
Your Majesty, I've heard some disconcerting whispers about Grandee Violetheart. He has been discreetly offering coin to your palace watch. Just gifts, he says. Gifts of enough coin to retire with. What is he playing at? The palace watch have been grumbling about their low wages recently. If we don't give them a raise, those bribes will look very appealing. Fortunately, we can't give them anything with the treasury as low as it is. We need to bring this matter to the council, your majesty. By the 9th, you don't have a shred of proof for any of this. Don't make me laugh. I trust the rest of the council will join me in scorning these lies. Yeah, sure. Lies. Definitely. Alright, so here's the plan, everybody. Okay? Okay? Here's the plan. Counts, barons, we're all just gonna vote A as quick as possible and stop the count, okay? Are y'all ready? Go, go, go,
Okay.
go, go! Go, 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 go! Rush A, rush A, rush A! I believe in you! I believe in you! Woo! I'm so glad that you all care for reason around the rest of the kingdom. We order the mint to produce more coins. The sudden rise in inflation causes food prices to rise high enough to leave thousands starving. Most of the extra cash goes straight to the palace watch. Hopefully this will buy their loyalty. Meanwhile,
Now the queen is screwed herself.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Your Majesty, terrible news. The counts are deliberately eroding the power of the Church of the East. The Church has been in trouble for a while. You're right, Your Majesty. The Church has been losing more and more influence. What's even more alarming is why this has been going on.
I will never believe in Jesus.
The counts are planning to hollow your mind and summon a demon to fill the void and take possession. By the time they're finished,
Like we mentioned earlier in another
shell.
voice call, fucking going back in time and shooting Jesus in the chest with a shotgun instead of the cross.
You must bring this sacrilege to the council's attention. Okay, so so like
Bathed in holy water twice a day.
Barons, grandees, you all understand and totally agree that we have to rush A, correct, 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 correct. Rush A, rush A, rush A. We need faith there fucking stat right now, pronto.
Xano wants to bathe the queen.
Well, I don't think that one's
Bathing
gonna...
you in holy water.
Quick, we gotta stop, okay. Okay. Spread the word about the dangers of demons. All across the kingdom. Free Priests deliver impassioned sermons on the danger of the seventh god's agent. The seventh god? The eighth god is the issue. Fucking whatever. More and more citizens flock to the church, and peasants place
7,
holy
8, 9
symbols in windows to protect their homes from demonic influence. But many nobles grumble about the church meddling in official matters. Is Queen Viola in charge or the Inquisition? Fucking hell. Alright.
Also, yeah, no, like, it's good to have strategies, but like, this is all for fun, so don't get too up in like power gaming it and stuff, okay? Like, you can play how you like, just yeah.
A
Be
countess
nice.
rides to a remote, unremarkable spot of moorland. Soon another joins her. Many peasants are moving east as they lose faith in the church. Priests don't dare show their face in public. Most pleasing. This is the perfect time to make our next move. We must invite a demon to possess the queen. The ancient books describe 2 demons, each attracted to a different aspect of a human mind. Do you want the demon that requires you to have high authority, or the one that requires a high treasury?
Count besties. I'm thinking voting A. Or vote B? Vote B? Okay, vote B, I guess. the counts of the besties.
Counts of the besties? Well, I thought that the grandees were the besties. Oh well. Alright, so we have one faction trying to lower the treasury and one faction trying to raise the treasury. Cool. According to the grimoires I've read, the Duke of Greed is attracted to individuals who hoard wealth. Must ensure the queen is filthy
We've got
rich.
to have money.
For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must raise the treasury to at least 4,000. Not so easily done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the south,
as a former member of the patricians of the coast, raising the treasury is hard.
No, lowering the treasury is hard.
Lowering it is hard.
Meanwhile, in the south, Grandee Violetheart has invited his closest associates to his manor house for some wine and cheese and treason. The Palace Watch won't accept our bribes. The treasury's practically overflowing. They don't need our money. And I suppose they ran straight to the spy master to spoil the plot, too. Most unfortunate. Is this the end? Even St. Jovine waited 60 days and 60 nights before she smote the blasphemer king. We will bide our time and strike again when the queen least expects it. You still have the same goal. Back in the march, Baron Lunia has met with their co-conspirators once again. Brandy is being passed around in good measure, and it seems spirits are high. We've done it again, you beautiful bastards! The common folk are in an uproar! Riots are commonplace across the kingdom. I foresee no negative consequences of this! Other than for the queen, of course. Huzzah! I'm sure the queen is already cowering in her palace. Who knew common folk could be so useful? Now then, only one step remains. I have 2 proposals for the plan ahead. One way or another, we will push the common folk to turn violent. So, lower trade across the kingdom or lower farming across the kingdom?
Hi, Tammy. Also, it's mostly Viola just doing the voice acting for this, but yee. Okay, take care, Lunia.
See y'all around. Oh yeah, this one's a tricky decision, but you better choose fast.
You've got less than 10 seconds.
Correct, yes. And it would seem that they are going for the goal of lowering all farming across the kingdom. Diabolical! Why, you might even call it evil! No, it's for their own good. When you think about it, everyone will be better off with Lennox on the throne. With this final push, we will ensure the queen soon has more than just a few angry peasants on her hands. Aye, and once the fighting starts, I'll be right there, ready to step in and negotiate. For the final stage of their scheme, the barons must lower all regions' combined farming to 15 or less. So let's hope that doesn't happen. You know, that'd be nice. I would appreciate that not happening to me. Yeah. Meanwhile, on the rebellion report, the Grandees could hypothetically choose to rise up in rebellion and immediately pause the other two schemes happening. But you don't exactly have a particularly powerful military, so odds are you would be swept aside by the barons of the March if you even tried.
Gosh.
Alright. A laughingstock. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Percival Natterflit has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. Oh, great. So do I. So does everyone. But the problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on you. I don't like where this is going. The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is upended over her head as she sits on the throne. Your Highness, peasants and nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as Queen Biffo.
But, Doctor, I am Queen Biffo.
I think I'll attend the play for myself, because I don't exactly have the authority to do these other things. A shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as the actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. What are you waiting for? The play begins. Soon enough, the clown queen arrives on stage, comedically tripping on her own robes. They somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliations are heaped on this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched queen handing her crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do you react? I gotta make a stand about this. The actors shrink away from you. The audience are deadly silent. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. Okay, so this will certainly lower authority. And this will boost authority. Fuck out of here. You're all blocked.
None of you are free from sin.
The palace watch wade into the audience, grabbing people and binding their hands behind their backs. Several escape through the windows, but soon enough you have hundreds under arrest. After that, the play is never shown again, and you're forced to expand your dungeon significantly. Oh my god. Also,
Not
yes.
funny. Did laugh.
I am presently covering up a bit of a message. Grandees, if you are foolish enough to attempt to rebel against me, you type exclamation rebel, as it says beneath my ass. And if you do that, you can try and fail to stand against the rest of the kingdom. But
First time chat from that one brass Chronoshinks. I've seen your
yeah.
stuff. You're really good. Gosh. Anyway, inflation joke goes here about expanding dungeons. Yeah.
Hee-hoo, hee-hoo.
Hee-hoo, hee-hoo.
Alright. The March is itching for a fight. Your Majesty, we in the March have finished a complete reorganization of our new army. It's truly a powerful beast now. Yes, very
Dungeons?
lovely.
Mysterious.
Moreover, I was hoping the Crown might be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers are restless. Can you define exercises for me? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloodied army isn't worth its salt, I say.
Oh, but I love salt.
Well, we're not summoning salt tonight.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
let's see what the council thinks.
I feel like I need the summoning salt music as a soundboard.
Instead of a costly war, your highness, we could establish mercenary companies that fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or, if your majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we should use our might as intended to make inroads to Tavalin, whose meager army will surely be no match. Right. 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 Right.
We need to raise the treasury.
Yes. You want to raise the treasury.
And there's only one option that does that. But do you want to just stop us, or do you want to stop the others as
There you
well?
go. I don't think we should go on a full-scale invasion, but maybe a border dispute might be fine. Maybe, maybe. Yeah, mercenary companies loyal to the barons. Well, certainly
Y'all are
line
just
their
handing
pockets.
us.
Well,
y'all
you
are
aren't
just handing us our
quite
victory.
there. It needs to be 4,000. And it will only
Oh yeah,
be
but if
38.
that won, it'd be 3,800, and then. Well, it looks like it didn't win anyway,
Citing
but
a
it was pretty
centuries
close.
old agreement between the kingdom and the Ashmead Empire, which once ruled Tavalin, the Baron's forces soon occupy a small strip of land on the March-Tavalin border. The Marcher battalions see action, but not enough. The locals' resistance is paltry. Meanwhile, you await word from the Tavalinese queen. Well, that's fine. Anyways, the wizard!
Oh, it's a wizard time,
The council
fucker.
is in session. The ceiling of the chamber suddenly covered by a dark, brooding cloud. A fork of lightning strikes the ground, and a woman stands there. She's robed in white, the edges of her attire singed. Sparks run up and down her body, and her long hair is a wild cascade bristling with electricity. Laika?
Oh my god.
State your business. The
Guess
Chancellor.
I gotta draw her robed in white.
Your Majesty, I am Athmoral, Wizard of the Storm, and I have come to rid you of your warlock problem. Take my hand and we will go to Atravion. He will submit or he will be destroyed. Let's do this shit. Sparks fly from her fingertips to yours. In the next moment, you and your honor guard are spat out among eastern vineyards. You and your guards look down the slopes towards woods swarming with an army of cultists. Athmoral stands beside you, her living cloud shifting above her. The cloud rises higher and higher, growing to fill the sky for miles around. Trees are tossed into the air like toothpicks. An enormous metallic arm on great spiked wheels emerges from beneath the wood. Atravion de Opari is astride the monstrosity, his staff held above his head. Aight. Your days are at an end, heretic! Fucking get him, wizard! This kingdom is clearly mine, and I'll be damned if I relent now! So be it. The warlock dies. Atravion lets out a great roar, and a blast of crimson fire surges from the arm of God's hand towards Athmoral. The wizard sweeps her arm, and the fire is dispelled. 1,000 forks of lightning rain down from her storm cloud. Atravion and his arm of God are blasted to pieces. My work is done. Be at peace, your majesty. Without their leader, the 8th chapter falls apart. The kingdom was driven to the brink, but the cult did not triumph. Okay. Well, alright, buddy. See here. I don't like the sound of the gamble, so, instead,
No
let's
gambling.
get rid of stop the count. Replace that with iron choice. Alright. Oh boy, panic at the council. Your Highness, I bring bad news from the east. We are receiving reports of... I am sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the marsh that demand the Queen's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the south that really is urgent. Now, one at a time, please. The eastern courts are corrupt, your highness. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin. Is that all? By the 9th. Order in the march has broken down, my liege. Some battalions have killed their own officers and begun roving the wilderness, acting like common bandits. My news is worse still. The cities of the south are being consumed with riots on a weekly basis. Our citizens want to overthrow the queen and elect a more competent ruler. All these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, your majesty. Something must be done. What do you suggest? Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all of these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritize. Very well, let's see here. Right. Uh-huh.
Oh, hi, Satsuma.
Hi, Satsuma. Oh my
By the
gosh.
way, for anybody new or anybody who hasn't done it yet, anybody who's been here the whole time, exclamation point join with your pronoun. Yeah, Viola, explain.
Yeah, you can hot join at any point. We are near the end of this game, but we will certainly be playing more in the future, so if you want to get a taste of what's to come and to maybe tip the balance one way or another in the 12th hour, then please. As for me, I think I am going to veto reforming the Eastern Counts, because frankly I think that the others could do with a bit of lowering of their military or whatnot. So let's start the vote here. So see here, Satsuma. You have been assigned to the Barons. Congratulations.
Holy shit, the fucking Barons!
More fucking Barons. Well, it's a tight vote. Everybody better get involved quick. Type bang vote, and then your preferred letter here, be it B or C, would seem that we are going to be prioritizing the South first. You send your troops to enforce order on the streets of the southern cities. Curfews are declared, rioters are arrested. Even the priests of the Ninth Church preach for a return to law and order. This does the most good, though the citizens begin to distrust their clergy as a result. The crisis in the south has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable, but the nobles of other regions feel that you are now ignoring their problems. Well, everyone's a critic. Conspiracy theorists, great. Hysterical rumors are sweeping the march of common folk. Thousands of otherwise sane individuals now believe that I, the entire council, and indeed your highness, are actually, frog people.
A frog.
It's true, your majesty. Apparently, we came from the moon to replace all humans with our frog spawn, and we're simply wearing human skin. Oh, come on! We need to do something about these rumors before the peasants rise against us. Alright, chat, what are we gonna do? Um... Chat? Here's my proposition here. My proposition is I'll fucking body them. Let's get in there. If a majority agree with me, then authority in the kingdom increases. Get in there, get in there. Rush B, I'll tell them. I'll tell them good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me.
This is a fucking Jackbox job synergy right here.
I'll body these fucking rumors. Just watch me. Just watch me.
Damn, these rumors got hands.
A week later, you are standing in a public square in the march, looking out over thousands of peasants who think you're a frog. Show us your hands! We know you've got webbed fingers! We don't want your frog spawn. Go back to your moon pond. How can you possibly win them over? You'll need to choose your words carefully. If I am a frog, let the ninth strike me down! Unfortunately, the peasants of the march don't really believe that the ninth god has much influence on the world. They shout and jeer and throw stones until you retreat from the stage. God fucking damn it. Rumors.
I know I may be green, and thus you may think I'm a frog, but hear me out.
Peasants across the land avoid standing water and mutter prayers to ward off the evil queen, who they imagine with webbed hands and multi-lidded eyes. They hate me so fucking much. They think I'm an amphibian. A letter, Your Majesty, from Queen Emmeline of Tavalon. Dearest Queen Viola, I regret to have learned that a number of soldiers bearing the banners of your barons have occupied the edges of my territory. I am sure this is a very unfortunate misunderstanding. Still, I ask you to desist immediately. The consequences of not doing so will be severe. My gaunt will be watching, as always. P.S. I know about your nut allergy. How does she know about my nut allergy? Most likely, the gaunt obtained the information for her. I didn't know either. They're a shadowy rumor, but we believe they are Tavalon's network of expert spies and assassins. So she's threatening me. I would assume so, yes. Right, what do we do? What do we do, folks? Alright. Alright, well, get to it. What do you think, folks? Naturally, these personal wealth options will be giving wealth to the barons and not anybody else. So do keep that in mind, counts and grandees. Of course, the barons do possess a plurality at the moment.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about Stella. Hey! Alright, that's a fair option, I think.
I ran out of time to vote.
You can still vote.
Oh, wait, no.
You can still vote.
Okay. Alright.
Go dear.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by this conversation in your Discord. The people are conspiring against me in your Discord, dear.
What the fuck? I thought they were supposed to be conspiring against me. Well, at least we'll keep them distracted.
They're the back alley conspiring against me.
Pulling your forces out early is the sensible option. There is no need to anger your neighbors for no reason, but the barons don't quite see it that way. They send their troops home, but openly call you and the other nobles cowards and traitors to the kingdom for insulting their pride.
Team.
Yeah, well, big whoop. Yeah, so,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's a bit of a situation going on there. Oh, my heir! Yippee, my heir! Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask my crown be passed down to my daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. My liege, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Viola II, of course. Huzzah, your highness. I am sure little Viola II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from your spy master soon. Meanwhile, a taxing issue in the marches. Your Majesty, help us. A Baron Jens Hiker of the March has been bleeding us dry, they have. No, not literally, I hope. No, I'm making use of a common idiom, Your Majesty. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. Baron Jens Hiker has been taxing their peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. Oh, it's been a hard year, Your Highness. I've barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. Okay. Well, I certainly don't want that. What about this poor peasant's cows? A pox on the stupid cows. Let's see what the council thinks of this,
The cows!
The cows, Alright, so everybody... let's strategize here, counts, grandees. Let's do a bit of strategizing here. No matter what happens, we don't want to lower farming. We don't want to lower farming because that means the barons get to
Smiles.
win. That's also bad. So that's also kind of sucks. That's actually quite sucks for me. That said, I think I have to veto...
Vote A, arrest more people.
I have to do this. I have to veto B first and foremost, and... Grandees, you gotta stand with me here. You gotta stand with me here. We gotta vote A. We gotta vote A together. Grandees, if you vote C, you are literally throwing away the game to the counts. We gotta vote A. We gotta vote A together, and that goes for you too, barons. If you vote C, barons, then the fucking counts are gonna win, and it's gonna be on your fucking head. Rush A! Rush A! Rush A! Rush A! Go, 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 go! Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, please.
It doesn't help. There's so many barons and none of you count.
Please, please, please. 5, 4, 3. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, let's go. I live to fight another day. Get the fuck out of here, Jens. Hell's bells, not the dungeon. Why would you take the side of some poxy peasants? Baron Jens Hiker is flung into your deepest cell, and their ill-gotten gold confiscated. The other barons grumble at the imprisonment of their compatriot. Yeah, welcome Jens Hiker II to the council.
Damn, they fucking died.
Meanwhile, a fossil is unearthed. Good news, Your Majesty.
I'm just surprised that the game does not have like an auto, like, assign to the, like, smallest the faction or whatever.
I think it vaguely does. It's just because people with, like, one person with the game, like, I think chose to specifically be a part of the barons, they're just a bit lopsided. Anyways, good news, Your Majesty. The new prison is already filled to the brim with cutthroats, burglars, and homeless.
That's not good. The
Why?
prison is full.
It's going so swimmingly. We've even started to work on a new wing. Though there is a small problem. While digging more foundations, builders found bones in the rock. From the size of the
Boats.
things, the beast they came from must be larger than the prison itself. Like a giant, spooky, scary skeleton? He lowers his voice. The builders are saying that it might be a
Skeletons.
flying reptile. No one dares says the names these days. It's been 700
Dragon?
years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom, and back then it was catastrophic. Right, okay, okay. Well... None of these will end me, so... You all are free to decide for yourselves. Imagine worrying about bones. It's just a skeleton, it's just bones.
The skeletons is bones.
It's bones. Oh, it's a close one. Oh my gosh. It's going to come down to a few swing votes in the end. And it seems that just barely is coming out in favor of carefully excavating the bones. Builders dig the bones from the rock. Soon the huge bones are revealed. As visitors crowd the prison for a chance to see them, trade picks up. Merchants set up stalls peddling hastily written pamphlets on dragon bones. But despite the rise in tourism, some Marcher locals are superstitious, treating the bones with fear. Some refuse to approach the building at all. Well, I think that worked out well enough. Oh boy, it's time for another auction, everybody!
Yippee!
So, everybody, I might want to direct your attention to option B, which actively helps the barons. If any of you want to stop the barons, then you might want to make sure that any of these other options come out on top instead. Understood? Understood. Please do not let me down.
Well, 900.
Why are you all letting me down? Oh wait, a process is going to occur? Okay, understood. No, that makes sense. A process will occur.
Alright, I've blown most of my money. I have a hundo left.
God. Yeah, those barons aren't going down without a fight, but luckily the combined efforts and funds of the rest of the group is going to completely wipe out any of their attempted progress towards winning the game. And I say, fucking good. Everybody loves me.
Of course, Viola just gets to sit back and watch this because, she benefits from all of us infighting.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what if we all just united?
Impossible. Only one faction can win.
I mean, I know, but just United isn't a faction winning over the Queen. What if we all just formed a union?
At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the mother of the nation. Well, you're on your way to reaching that goal. The peasants are thriving and well fed, and they think of you fondly. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your noble scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved...
Chronoshinks, Eggman is one of the stream tags because of it's stream lore, don't worry about it.
Sonic Adventure once, and that caused Eggman to be this. Anyways.
Yeah, he wormed his way into the tags.
Or you could declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. The nobles will forget their schemes, if you win. Right. Well, stability is low. So instead, let's see about declaring war and winning through war. Wise decision, your majesty. I've already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedian ambassador. Greetings, your grace. I am here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war. Negotiating the Empire's surrender, I hope. Ahaha! No, the Ashmedian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squashed you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts. It may seem like the Empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control of the capital. So why are you here? I am here representing General Thalakanth, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. A bold plan. I will leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Ashmedian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. If you beat your oldest enemy, that would shut the nobles up for good. The winning still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can. And of course, there can't be an open rebellion among the nobles. A visit from the Spy Master. Your Majesty, I come to you with a sensitive matter. Oh no. It's become clear that Queen Consort Sashara is utterly despised by the common folk. She can't appear in public without being mercilessly mocked. Dear, this is your fault. You insulted her. Unfortunately, appearing in public is the only thing your wife is really required to do. How could they despise my dear Sashara? The commoners think Sashara is a self-pitying wretch.
Join our side
All
again.
their species are full of gloom and pessimism. The peasants are sick of it. I don't like to pry into your personal affairs, but if your wife's popularity continues to plummet, she could be at risk. Send for my wife immediately. We must discuss this. What is it right here? I hear the commoners have turned against you. So I've noticed. But what am I supposed to do about it? I'll pay for you to take public speaking lessons and push the treasury away from attracting that motherfucker over there.
No! No!
I'll do my best, but no promises. And a fear of bones. Your Highness, it's the reptile bones. The people are terrified that fire will descend upon the march. These fools could take matters into their own hands and destroy the prison if we're not careful. Cool. I guess. Let's see here. Spend big, win big. Gosh, this is a toughie. This is needless to say a true blue toughie to figure out. I don't trust my stability chance though. Either way.
Dear,
Yes?
before you start this vote,
Yes?
can I come in with an important decree from Sir John Boys?
Oh boy, what does he have to say?
Now, I'm opening the scroll here. It says, as much as I love rice, I hate cooking it. Throw a grain into a pot of boiling water, wait, fish it out. Throw in another, wait, fish it out. I'm still cooking Friday night's fucking dinner. Sorry for the language, but I'm so over this. That's all he said.
God. Alright.
Anyway.
Here, so now your choices are either screw over the wealth of the barons, or screw over the barons by preventing them from doing a rebellion. Choose wisely. Who's gonna tell him? Alright, another tight vote. But it seems that the bribery will win. Hooray, hoorah! I sure do love a bit of bribery, especially when it's not coming out of my wallet. Bada bing, bada boom. Ugh, must we give our hard-earned gold to these fools? Despite his grumbles, the council has spoken. The barons hand over the cash to the villagers, who are greatly reassured. Hell yeah. And yeah, I think just a common tax will put me in a nice, comfy amount of cushion between the, well...
Amphros.
Let's have just a bit more as a treat, just to create a slight cushion there, between me and, 1500. Beautiful. The barons continue to be on the verge of rebellion, but will they dare be foolish enough to stand against the might of the rest of the kingdom? A fiery mishap. Oh no. Your Highness, bad news from the Marcher prison.
Oh,
Eastern visitors came to see the extraordinary bones and marvel at our good Marcher bravery in putting them on display.
Yeah, no, I know about that. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna real quick take care of that.
What?
Don't. There's a fucking thingy in chat.
Whatever.
Bot.
But then there was an accident. Part of a wall exploded by the group right next to the bones. I'm afraid Count Wolviron perished in the flames.
No!
Take us. What? They were my friend, and this is your fault. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Check it. I don't want the treasury dropping that much. That would drop me to 1500, which is precisely what the grandees need to win, so that is not happening. No way, no how. So it is simply a question of if you want to boost our stability or swap around a bit of wealth over to the counts.
Smile. Smile.
Really, this is going to come down to how the grandees vote.
I don't think they can do much with this.
They could potentially. If they... nope. They have thrown their lot in with the,
we got a problem, too many barons.
With the barons. And so... we will destroy the bones and the prison along with them. But our lovely prison! What shall we do without it? Ah, you should have thought about that before you made it such a dangerous spectacle. As demolition crews move in to raise the prison to the ground, the counts praise the council's decision. Soon, nothing is left but wasteland. Also, by the way, Wolviron II, welcome to the council. You died. Public speaking. Yippee! After months of intensive public speaking lessons from the best tutors in the kingdom, your wife gives her first speech. It's an incredible success. The commoners throw flowers instead of tomatoes. Sasara's wrist almost dislocates from all the waving. I never thought the common folk would grow to like me like this. Thank you, my dear. I am so proud of you. After a few months, it becomes apparent that the lessons worked almost a little too well. Sashara is soon the most popular person in the kingdom, even more popular than you. This is all quite a lark, isn't it? People falling over themselves just to kiss my feet. It's a little bizarre, but I think I could get used to it. Okay, question mark. Anyways, my ambition. My lovely ambition. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparations for your first strike against the Ashmedian Empire. Today, at last, she's returned, and she's brought one of the counts with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause, and they've sent a delegation to speak with you. Your Grace, of course we all support a war with the accursed dogs of Ashmead. Of course course we do. We're more patriotic than anyone. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather the crops? The kingdom could starve. Well, we wouldn't want that. Just damned cowardice, if you ask me, Your Majesty. But all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Until we can persuade them that the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. Well, let's assure them that the kingdom can survive a few bad harvests because we have good farming. We have been doing our dangdest. We've multiplied by 1 to prevent the barons from winning on bad farming, so let's see on an 80% chance. Yeah! By Xenia's ashes, Your Highness, you're right. The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters if it means teaching those Ashmedian bastards a lesson. That's the spirit. I trust we have the backing of the counts in starting this war, then. Yes, Your Majesty. Let's do
Go
this.
hungry. Fuck your grapes.
Fuck your grapes.
Fuck your
by
grapes.
one,
Fuck
your
you
marshal
too.
approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approval for the launch of a war against Ashmead. When it comes to war, you can rely on the barons, my liege. Let's go give the Ashmedians a kicking. The grandees will welcome the chance to teach those godless Ashmedians heathens a thing or two about the wrath of the ninth god. The nobles are united behind the idea of war on Ashmead, Your Majesty. Finally, I'll assemble the troops. Farewell, Your Majesty. When your marshal returns to the capital a month later, she is at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp outside the city walls, their armor gleaming crimson in the light of dawn. I inspect the troops and hope that they're up to snuff. From afar, it was impressive. Up close, it's not a pretty sight. Attention! Line up for the queen! You ride your horse up and down the line, a pit opening in your stomach. Is this all the troops you have? There are less than 10,000 here. To make matters worse, they're not exactly elite units. Some soldiers are leaning on their halberds, fast asleep. Others are wearing their armor backwards. One is trying to pick his nose with his sword.
That's a great way to fast track yourself to getting a golden nose to replace your actual one.
Marshal, is this the best you could do? I can only apologize, Your Majesty. The army is in a sorry state. I need more men. You're right, Your Majesty. We need to spend some time whipping our soldiers into shape before we can hope to defeat the Ashmedians. To improve your chances of
You
victory,
need more women.
focus on increasing the kingdom's military as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. Alright. Let's see here. Bribery? Let's think about bribery, folks. Alright.
Oh shit, our defiance is too low?
Your defiance is... yeah, you have 2 defiance and against 7 stability, so you could not rebel even if you wanted to.
Oh damn.
Meanwhile...
Chat, counts, fellow counts, we need to somehow raise the treasury. Fuck. I don't think we're doing it.
At long last, the barons have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Baron Lunya, their boots stomping mud all over your nice carpet. The barons of the marsh are sick of your lies and tyranny. We'll give you soft city-dwelling bastards a proper kicking. You will be fighting for Lennox, the true monarch. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other will be on the battlefield. Right, okay. 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 Seize them. Come along now, traitors, get the chop. What? But you can't do this. I am an envoy. See how the queen's tyranny grows worse by the day. Your watchman wastes no time. Baron Lunya is dragged out into the courtyard and their head is struck from their shoulders. Didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? The barons are formidable, but not undefeatable. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join their rebellion. That would be disastrous. The leader of the rebellion is Baron Marshtomp. As reason for the uprising, he's citing your history of petty transgressions against the barons. Urge to murder. Rising. Yes, your majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it. Civil war. That's right, your majesty. The kingdom is divided.
Captain
There will be a
America's
lot
Civil War.
of death and suffering before all of this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Well, so all schemes, or at very least the Baron's scheme, is now put on the sideline because now it is a matter of rebellion. Your Holiness,
A civil war just before going to war.
Correct. This is a warm-up for getting our reps in.
War warm-up.
Your Holiness, a terrible sickness is spreading among my troops in the south. What can we do about it? If we let the disease run its course, we'll have lost much of our soldiers. We can't afford to lose, but I'm not seeing how much we can do. Perhaps the council can see a way forward. Right. Again, that would lead for a victory, so we can't let that happen. See about the rest. Now, certainly, counts, grandees, you do not want to lower your military when we are in the middle of a rebellion. You actually need to be very strong to be able to win the rebellion. So let's not pick D, okay? Let's not pick D. Dear?
What?
Dear?
Oh, I added instead of there.
Whew, okay, yeah, so the funny thing is now, like, a majority of the players in the game are not involved in any votes because they are rebelling, so they are not a part of the council. So it is purely a matter of U7. Alright. Quarantine the disease and order the healthy to leave them behind. You order the diseased soldiers quarantined in a separate camp. The rest are marched off to a safe distance. Dozens of soldiers lie about their symptoms to save their own skins, but fortunately our officers root them out. They're sent back to quarantine. Very few soldiers in the quarantined camp survives, but the sickness stops spreading among your healthy troops. Some sacrifices must be made. Well, that sucks. We need to, like, increase our power. The time has come. This kingdom has grown soft under the weak and ineffectual rule of Queen Viola. As usual, it's up to the barons to fix things. With violence. Aye, too right. Let's march to the capital and kick some heads in. All in good time, but we're barons of the march. Let's live up to our reputation, eh? Let's be clever. But I want to kick some heads. Oh, there'll be plenty of that. But first, let's think carefully about where to strike first. We can launch a preemptive strike against the counts to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the grandees may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the Queen's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the Queen. Or, finally, we could send off an assassin to nip this all in the bud. Alright, get to it. What do you all think you're going to be trying to do? It is up to you lot to decide what course you want to take in the rebellion. It would seem that you are of one mind. Well, the barons launch a surprise attack on the east, slashing and burning their way across fields and farmlands. They catch a regiment of Eastern Army unawares and spring an ambush, slaughtering them to a man. Common folk whisper that the battleground will be stained red for a generation. Hurrah, down with the Queen. The marcher soldiers return home in triumph, leading the devastated East in their wake. Alright, so we gotta, like, try a bit harder on this one, everyone. Just so you know. We kinda gotta... They kinda have a victory point right now, folks. They kinda have a victory point. We kind of need to, like, stop that from happening, actually. In the gardens of the royal palace, your marshal rushes up to you in excitement. Grandee Stella follows her, dragging a large trunk behind her. Your Majesty, Stella here has discovered something for the war effort. You have to see it. Yes, greetings, Your Holiness. An alchemist from my estate's been working on this for some time. She starts unpacking the trunk, revealing complicated and foul-smelling machinery that looks like a set of very large bagpipes. Don't point that at me. Stella adjusts the device, looking sheepish. It creates fire, Your Majesty. It sprays flames right across the room. But don't use it inside a room, and not unless you want it to burn down with you inside. Fancy a demonstration, Your Majesty? Yes, fire! Let's see. Pours a smoking chemical into the spout, then pulls a lever, twists a valve, and then fire streams straight from the pipe. It sprays all across the garden, singeing the leaves of a nearby bush. Bravo! Bravo! Oh. A few of these things in the infantry could turn the tide of the rebellion. No, this is a flamethrower. They invented a flamethrower.
Oh, right. I just read napalm in chat. But yeah, no, they did just... Yeah. Invented flamethrowers.
Well...
Things sure do throw flame.
We certainly do not have the money for that. So let's not do that. So yeah, the rest of you vote on not bankrupting me, okay?
Aye.
Yeah,
let's go gambling.
By increasing your farming, you will be helping the future war effort to come.
Yeah, but like increasing our defiance, it's quite helpful.
The Marshal is disappointed to not get to throw fire around, but she accepts the Council's decision. Stella returns to the south and instructs the alchemists to turn their attention to agriculture instead. Though some of the grandees grumble about not getting to enjoy military glory, it turns out that the fire throwers are very effective for forestry. Many southern peasants are delighted to save their time and energy. Yippee! A great battle or a fortress besieged. Fuck it. Fortress. Your Holiness, we must send aid to my friends in the field. Grandee Tex! What kind of aid? The marcher forces marched through their lands and they hold up inside their fortress. Fortress can withstand a frontal assault, but the rebels aren't stupid enough to try that. They'll besiege Grandee Tex and starve them out. You can't let that happen, Your Holiness. Why, they're not only a close friend, but a devoted servant of the ninth god. It is his will that Tex be saved. Aight. Okay, so here's the thing. We've got pretty good farming. We literally just, like, helped our farming a second ago. And if you also pick C, then you get more money. Isn't bribery great? And remember, if you don't pick C, you won't get any of the money.
For some reason, I feel like the Queen has a lot of authority right now.
Actually, I am perfectly balanced. 5 authority, 5 stability. Lovely, God. I'm glad that you all see reason. Oh, Violet Heart has been not voting for a bit. Tragic.
Tragic.
This is betrayal! We won't forget this! Thankfully, southern food supplies are plentiful enough that Grandee Tech survives the siege. A significant portion of the Marcher forces are tied up sieging the fortress for the months to come, leaving the other troops with less protection. Helping us.
Hi, welcome Art Universo 1.
Hi, oh my gosh, how'd he do?
Which one did you join?
The Grandees, of course. And my Ratata has become one of the counts.
Oh, my Ratata. Oh my gosh.
Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the March is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous cur, Baron Marstomp. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the east. If they march now, they'll intercept the barons in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the south. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed barons. What are your orders? They need to join forces. 6 versus 4, I don't like those odds, but 7 versus 6? That's pretty good. Very well, I relay your orders to Count my Ratata, their commander on the field. Hopefully they do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Alright, Counts. What do you think? I'm thinking B. I'm thinking probably number B is pretty good.
Number
Option
B.
You should probably pick B, because that way we actually win the rebellion together. So you know.
I'm voting B just so that the barons don't win.
Right. You all are smart. See, you're also loyal to me.
Oh, we're loyal to each other.
The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she arrives at your throne room looking perfectly composed. Your Majesty, as you ordered, the counts have turned their army to link up with the Grandees. All according to plan. Indeed, let's hope that plan is sound. It'll all come down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. We will prevail. That's the spirit. Now, I really must be going. I have a lot to take care of. Over the next few weeks, it becomes clear that the Eastern Army's retreat has given the barons free rein to pillage and plunder the East. The rampaging Marcher troops descend on farms like locusts, taking everything to feed thousands of hungry soldiers. Meanwhile, shops, churches, and manors are plundered, and the stolen loot shipped back to the March. But while the East suffers, the Eastern forces successfully link up with the Grandees. Now the joint army of the Counts and the Grandees rush to meet the barons in open warfare, and the winner will either end your reign or preserve it. Oh boy. Anyways, there's an auction! Yay! The auction! Yippee! Yay! So I'm thinking y'all might want to be increasing your military. Just, thinking maybe might want to increase the military a little bit. Option C. Look at option C. Jingling keys in front of your face.
God, I have no money. Dear, I don't think you're gonna win that because the fucking barons have 6 people and they all have over 1,000 money.
Don't worry about that. You can at least get the second most. And besides, I'm not even sure if the barons are allowed to participate in this.
True.
Seeing as they are not
I'm out of money, I'm bankrupt.
A proper part of the kingdom right now. Yes, but yes, very good, very good. Let us increase the military in the east so that we will have more than enough troops with which we can fucking annihilate the barons and kill them all and put on their heads on top of pretty little sticks that will hang around the palace. And no one will ever rebel again, okay? Yippee! Alright, -1 stability, but +1 military for the counts, which is good enough for me. We are neck and neck. Oh, an unexpected something. Unexpected opportunity. Your Majesty, as the barons were marching through the east, they were hit by a fierce rainstorm. Unable to progress through the mud, they've set up camp beside the Voltine River. So they're sitting ducks. Precisely. We must strike. Don't be foolish, Marshal. Do you think our own troops are immune to the weather? We'll all have the same problems. If I may suggest another option, Your Majesty, the barons are drawing all of their water from the Voltine River. If we were to poison it upstream, their troops would suffer greatly. Fighting a war with poison leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but not as bad as the taste it'll leave in the mouths of the barons. Ha! Let's do it! Where do we get all this poison? If we herd all the cattle in the east onto the riverbank upstream and allow their effluents to flow freely into the river, their water will be contaminated. It's hard to fight on an upset stomach. Cool, we're going to poison the river with shit. Ninths above, you are devious. I don't feel comfortable with this, Your Majesty. I'll need council approval before I proceed. Okay. Hmm. Lord.
Give them dysentery.
Right? That's an option, but it's not a great option. 50-50, I really don't like my odds.
You are known to have negative luck.
Yeah, so instead let
Let's
me
just
bribe
fuck the
you
farming?
into not doing that. You agree with me, don't you know, dear? You need some money, don't you? You're like flat broke, so you should totally pick mine and make sure that, okay. Well, I guess that's...
You have negative luck. We can take advantage of this.
You're going to lose the war! These are your troops that are going to die! I'd much rather try the fucking poison plan. You won't regret this, Your Majesty. Leave everything to me. But the Spy Master has overestimated how many cattle can be found in the east, and how many farmers would be willing to go along with our plan. A few cows gather on the banks of the Voltine, but in such small numbers their effluence is washed away instantly. Become a laughingstock, the queen who tried to drown her enemies in cow dung. It almost worked. Almost isn't good enough. Next time, shut your devious little trap and leave the fighting to the professionals. Well, fuck. Keep them sweet? Question mark? You must have noticed that the grandees aren't happy, Your Majesty. The rebels have a keen eye, and they'll take advantage of the situation. If the South joins the rebellion, we'll be in serious trouble. It's high time you ask the grandees directly what they need. Very well. When you call the council, the grandees whisper amongst themselves, glancing in your direction. I trust this
grandees,
section
we should hang out.
will be a productive one, Your Highness. The last few have been very long. What's there to complain about? We're all working together, aren't we? I just hope we can all have a productive time. Okay. 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 Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Okay. Definitely not paying that much. stop it there. Have at the,
We'll
naturally
see
the
what my-
grandees want to have their stats boosted.
I will see what my fellow counts vote. Alright, it seems like they're
Choose
going C as well.
wisely.
I think choosing wisely at this point is
Alright, unanimous decision. Providing funds to help the southern farmers. You have the treasurer arrange the funds, and after a few weeks she comes to you regarding the southern farms. Pleased to say that crops are thriving in the south, your majesty. An army marches on its stomach, and the troops now march in step with confidence. Perhaps more importantly, the grandees are praising your generosity. You can only hope their good mood lasts. Alright, well, let's use that as best we can as we go into the final battle.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. A month ago, battle was averted. That battle cannot be postponed forever. The counts and grandees are all that stands between the barons and the capital. A final battle deciding the fate of the kingdom. I'll send words to the grandees that it's time to strike. We can only hope they listen to our orders, your majesty. Alright, grandees, come on! I've been boosting your army specifically for this purpose. Let's fuck them up! Let's fuck them up! Rush A! Rush A! Rush A! Let's fucking go! Yes! Yes! Let's fucking go! We're doing this together, baby! When she finally returns, she strides into your throne room with a triumphant gleam in her eyes. Marshal, report. We caught the barons by surprise as they were fording a river. Classic pincer movement. The grandees attacked from one side and the counts charged in from the other. You should have seen it. The river ran red that day in utter slaughter.
My goodness.
So, we've won? Yes, your majesty. Unless something totally unexpected happened. At that moment, a frantic soldier bursts in. Your majesty, we've received word from our scouts. I don't quite know how to say this. Spit it out, damn you. Yes, ma'am, your majesty. The barons must have split their forces. Their army we defeated was a diversion. They've got another regiment making its way through the Crown lands. They'll be outside the capital in a matter of days, and the grandees are too far away to help. What do? We must prepare for a siege. We've got a lot of work to do. Build up the capital's fortifications, stockpile food, train up a citizen's militia.
The barons come with a steel chair!
But don't worry, your majesty. This is the last-ditch ploy of a defeated enemy. We need to outlast the siege, and the grandees will come to our rescue. Let's hope they fucking do, huh? A common tax. I don't want to make any enemies at this point. We are so close to victory. Please, please, everyone, just work together one last time. Freezing troops. Great God, our soldiers are freezing to death. I've never seen such a harsh winter. We need to do something about this soon, or the Queen will tap us with a sword hilt and shatter us into 1,000 pieces. But if we pull out now, it'll give the Queen and the Loyalists a chance to recuperate. What will you do, barons? You are on the verge of defeat, and this winter might just be your undoing. But go
I
on,
don't care who wins. I
flail
just need the
helplessly
barons to
against
lose.
me. Ah, yes. You are not only going to kill all of your peasants, you're going to empty all of your coffers in the process of trying to win this pointless civil war. Very well.
Oh my gosh, you're speaking like a true monarch, dear.
It's costly to source equipment quickly and at scale, especially in the middle of war. But the barons provide the troop with heavy winter cloaks and hot water bottles for the freezing nights. The siege is maintained, and freezing becomes a less common cause of death. Fine. Besieged. The barons march through the Crown lands, pillaging and burning. The roads are heaving with refugees, and corpses clog the rivers. Now the capital is surrounded. You stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring out in dismay at the army camp stretching for miles outside the city walls. Get down from there, Your Majesty! If they get lucky with a crossbow bolt. What are we supposed to do? The counts and grandees are still out there, Your Majesty. Their combined armies smashed the rebels in the last battle, and they can smash them again. I hope they get here in time.
Many of you will die, and that's the sacrifice I'm willing to
That's
make.
a sacrifice I am willing to make. The ninth god will decide our fate. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder towards the capital, crashes into a nearby clock tower, smashing it to smithereens.
I don't think the ninth god liked that.
Like I said, Your Majesty, you'd better get inside.
A rock attack.
A ground-shaking discovery. The barons are digging tunnels under our walls, Your Majesty. By the ninth, Marcher troops could boil up from underground anywhere in the city, even under your very throne. I've placed bronze bowls of water inside the city walls. Judging by the size of the ripples, we've worked out where the tremors are coming from.
I am inside your walls.
Fucking Excadrill, no! It's a rough measurement for certain, but we must act now. What would the council have me do?
Oh my god, I have to pee really quick, but I think the game's like, you know, like we're reaching its... Yeah, we gotta vote, fuck.
Alright. We need to do like a real answer, so we're not doing that. Get in there. We gotta fumigate the walls for a week. Well then smoke them out, text vote, see if you want to fumigate them. Flood the tunnels with water diverted from the Treadwater River? Well, I sure hope that doesn't, you know, collapse our walls, but okay, I guess.
Don't worry, it won't.
Oh, it just won't? Okay, cool.
It just
I
won't.
have
It
it
knows.
on authority that if we just ask nicely, it won't.
I asked the water nicely to not collapse the walls, and it won't.
After days of exploratory digging, your tunnelers meet up with the Marcher tunnels and frantically evacuate. I diverted the flow of the Treadwater directly into the enemy's tunnels, flushing away their wooden braces, along with their miners. Unfortunately, this has caused the tunnel to collapse. The tunnel that was under our walls. Yeah, I figured. A section of
Damn
our
it.
wall partially collapsed into the resulting sinkhole, and hundreds of Marcher soldiers swarmed in. We fought them off,
they
but
paid it
only
off.
barely. Who knows how long the barricade will hold?
They paid off the water to collapse the tunnel.
This is fucked up.
I gotta pee really bad, dear. Can I do
then
that?
go. It'll only take you like fucking 15 seconds. God. Oh, let me think about this, huh? I think we have too many people, really, for Monarch's vote to be useful. Anonymous voting, not really helpful for me. +1 stability. Nah, I think what we have right now is more important. Come on, we just need one more point, chat. We just need one more victory point. There is literally nothing else happening aside from the siege of the Crown Lands. You have to understand that this is all there is to it. This is all that there is left. And don't y'all get any fucking bright ideas. Another dawn breaks. The great army of the March sprawls outside your city walls. For the last 3 weeks they have tried to fight their way in. The siege drags on and your food supplies are dwindling. The streets outside your palace explode in daily riots as the citizens demand to be fed. Oh, we are certainly doomed. Oh well, all things must come to an end. As evening draws in, horns blast outside the city walls. The barons are mounting a final attack.
Sashara, you are truly worthless.
Well, here we go.
Sashara, you just completely gave up.
A grim dawn. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The barons began their assault last night, and you've heard nothing outside but screams and howls and the clash of blades since. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. They haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guard are in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organizing last-ditch defenses. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you, your wife, and your daughter, cradled in the arms of her nanny. Her crying is giving you a headache. I've accepted my death. You should do the same, my love.
Sashara, what the fuck?
Look, where there's life, there's hope. Whatever you say, your delusions help
Sashara,
you
you
cope.
suck.
I won't argue.
You suck so much ass.
Your Majesty, you must see this. Follow me. She leads you and Sashara up onto the palace walls, where you look out over the endless mass of soldiers rampaging through the streets of the city. In the darkness of dawn, you can barely make them out, only silhouettes and countless glimmers of torches. You duck as a burning arrow sails overhead. Why did you bring me here? Look closer, Your Majesty. The army is shifting and convulsing, like a great beast in pain. Horns trumpet, hooves thunder. The counts and the grandees have arrived in full force, a mighty hammer smashing the barons against the walls of the city. Victory! After that, it's just mopping up. The barons make a brave final stand, but they don't stand a chance. Their army is crushed. By dawn, rebel corpses clog the rivers and blanket the city streets. The crows feast like never before.
So, like, that really smells really fucking bad.
Correct. Soon the armies and the counts and the grandees are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Meanwhile, Baron Marstomp, the leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains.
We have come for you, my queen. Pay no attention to the demon we're keeping in the back.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. I cannot believe you bested me. Go on then. Get it over with. Alrighty, let's see here.
Take him to the dungeon.
French, take him to the dungeon.
French, take him to the guillotine. But madame, the guillotine is still on strike. No matter. Take him to the dungeons.
Stiff-backed and silent, Baron Marstomp is dragged to your oubliette. He is thrown into the darkness to reflect on his treachery.
Marstomp, we're doing this to you in real life. Thank you for
It's
11
true.
months of subscribing.
Just like that, the march is defeated. The rebellion is over. The kingdom is yours again, but boy howdy, we actually kind of have to rebuild your military in order to succeed in my overall mission. As you sit, you are resplendent atop your throne. The common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the queen! Whew, okay, great work, team. Shaking all your hands. Shaking your hands, Rattata, Red Reaper, Xano, Meadow, Wolviron, Violet Heart, Stella, Tex, Art Universe.
Whoa! Thank you, a centaur, for gifting subs.
Celebrating with subs. Yippee!
Let's fucking go.
Oh boy, it's time for another auction.
Oh boy.
Now, do keep in mind that the barons, now being back under control, are once again attempting to lower our farming. So you might want to stop them from building that deer park, everybody. Okay? And you might also want to, well, maybe, you know, if you're cool, if you're kind of like cool about it, you might increase F. Yeah, right?
That was all my money. I'm fucking broke.
But yeah, you might also want to also have like any other thing help so as to not decrease farming across the kingdom. Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
God. Art Universe is sitting on all that money.
Art
you have
Universe.
$1,200.
Art Universe, come on, buddy. You know,
Art Universe.
Dump some I don't know, like there's I don't know, like 600 into the monument or something. There you go. There you go. Y'all are smart now. Y'all are thinking with portals. Y'all are thinking with your wallets, and it's gonna pay off, baby. It's all gonna pay off.
Can I bid with credit?
No.
No. We've learned
Time's
from
up.
Spice and Wolf that this is probably not a good idea.
Alrighty. Good work, everybody. An invitation has been extended my way. Your Majesty, it is my singular honor to invite you to attend the annual Night of Seven Pyres celebration. Oh boy, I look forward to attending. Praise the ninth. I trust you are willing to finance and organize the pyres. It is customary for the Queen to do so if she is in attendance. Okay, so that's a ploy. That is a ploy to, you know, let your scheme succeed. So actually, no. A shame. Gold is temporary, Your Majesty. Salvation is eternal. Except if you get rid of my temporary gold, then you permanently kill me. The Gossamer Shield. Your Grace, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. You ran out of fancy capes? Even worse than that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. Seventh, take us. What happened? It's the order of the Gossamer Shield. Oh, them. And they were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land, tales that would make a troll weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the March. It is a stain on the honor of the East. Nonsense, our military has suffered some setbacks recently, in big old fat-ass fucking quotation marks. Yeah, you
fucking
hit some...
World War II Japanese, like, things have not necessarily gone in our favor after getting nuked twice.
Yeah, buddy, yeah, I think you may have hit a minor setback in the form of your failed, hopeless fucking rebellion, you fools! Anyways, so we hired Gossamer Security to keep order, for a pretty penny, I might add. Gossamer Security has been solving the problems we want solved and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. Seventh, take us. Gossamer Security. How has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Please, Your Highness, I beg the council to be reasonable. Alrighty then. Well, we're sure as hell not doing that. Sorry, Grandees, you're not doing that. As for everybody else... let's all vote A, because if anybody fucking votes B or D, because if anybody votes B, then the Grandees win. So everybody vote A, alright? Well. Actually, D. Actually, let's vote D, everybody. Everybody that's not a grandee, please vote D. Please and thank you. Remember that if you let the fucking grandees win here, then you're all big stupid butts, okay? Cool, thank you. Understood.
Well, I have a big butt, but I don't want to be stupid.
Exactly! Who does? Alright, we got a decent lead here. Good. Now B is in third. Thank God. Okay, we escaped that one. Goody. The Order of the Gossamer Knights remain happy mercenaries in the march, enjoying the spoils of their labor. Slowly, the barons rebuild their garrisons. But the counts are not happy. Some openly complain about you, and rumors start going around about your unwillingness, or inability, to preserve tradition. Great news, everybody. Thank you so much for boosting the military of the barons again right before we get to do another check about my win condition. Your soldiers have set up camp outside the city walls, their armor gleaming crimson in the light of dawn. Now we have an 80% chance to succeed. The camp stretches for miles outside the walls of the city. The ground has been churned to mud under tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you are greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen, holding swords aloft, knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting, archers and crossbowmen training furiously, hitting target after target. As you can see, everybody, the Civil War was a great warm-up for the actual campaign that we are about to go on against the Empire in the South. Thank you so much. Beautiful, ain't it? Good work, my marshal. Thank you, your majesty. Let's march. Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom, for the queen! The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmedian sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you don't see much of the fighting. Your job is just to give inspirational speeches before the battle starts, wave a sword around, and then dunk back into your tent. Despite that, or perhaps because of that, your first Ashmedian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for the winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border.
Goodness
As
gracious.
the city gates swing open, you're greeted by a rush of joyous sound, clapping, cheering. Peasants are throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind you, of course, is also a retinue of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving their lost comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. All hail the queen, the conquering hero! I pull out a sword and give it a little waggle because everyone loves it. Several peasants swoon in delight. When you return to the palace, your wife is waiting for you, your heir Viola II in her arms. My darling, you're finally back. I've been breathlessly following the tales of your conquest.
Fucking bitch.
We have so much to talk about. Little Viola
Hey,
II has been growing up
my
so
failed
fast
daughter
in
so
your
much.
absence. I think she's very successful. After all, she is the consort of your new, very legitimate and long-reigning monarch. Sorry,
Hey.
dear, but the council has requested a meeting. Of course. Well, hurry back, my love. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Welcome back, my liege. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your victory. Now we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention.
No.
Did you forget that there's a war going on? But what about democracy, the Constitution? Did the Queen misspeak? We may have won a victory, but Ashmead will strike back, and strike back hard. We don't have time for votes, we need to prepare. And if you squabbling bastards don't unite behind the Queen right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmedian soldiers in your bedchambers. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. Nothing like a common enemy, eh? Hi, my liege. If there's one thing we hate more than each other, it's the Ashmedian Empire. After
Like
that,
Pokemon Crystal. It's all there, black and white and crystal.
the nobles never defy you again. But it's not like your life gets easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word that the Ashmedian Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments. We need to mobilize immediately. With a sigh, you head back to the palace to say goodbye to your wife. Here we go again. Let's fucking go! I did it!
Ah!
I fucking won again! Better luck next time, everyone. But it seems that in the inaugural episode of Monarchy Monday, your monarch has emerged completely and utterly victorious.
Oh gosh dang. I gotta like keep my head in the game and like strategize a little better here.
Shortly after Queen Viola's reign ended, the Inquisitors raided Countess Wingu on Twitch's castle and placed her under arrest for evil magic. As she burned, she screamed the secret name of the seventh god. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the Baron's scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they'd take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of the common folk. The grandee's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Grandee Violetheart ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. Queen Viola's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent fighting in foreign fields. She conquered land from Tevaland and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, she was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero. But most of all, she was tired.
No yapping from time prison. Well,
Let's
gosh
fucking
dang.
go! A 4-year, 6-month fucking game. That's like an entire year plus longer than our initial game lasted. Probably because the Civil War got in the way in the middle. Anyway, hi dear poorest noble in the land.
I have 0. I have nothing.
There's nothing.
Me when I open my wallet.
GG, folks. GG's. That was a fun one.
God.
That was a very, very fun one.
So yeah, I saw somebody say next week, blah blah blah, but this will probably not be a weekly
No,
thing.
this is a between other games. So now that we have done the first
glue stream
Monarchy
between
Monday, I hope that you are all very excited for next week. I believe what may be a different one-off. I am told the game is not particularly long. But for our next stream, I do hope that you are very excited to see us go and explore the funny, fluffy world of Tail Concerto on PlayStation.
Woo!
The prequel to Solitaire Robo is going to be very interesting to see where this funky little game we played early on the channel got its start. After that, we will presumably do
lighthearted.
Another Monarchy Monday stream, and then begin another game after that. So, you nobles just keep scheming to yourselves, I suppose, for all the good it's going to do you. And I hope that you are all as excited as ever to see what we are going to bring to our next Variety Monday stream next week. And after that, bring your A game back for another round of King of the Castle, as it will be up to all of you to see if you can, rather than being able to defeat Queen Viola the First, perhaps you can try your luck against Queen Viola the Second. For now, though...
Grapes will be what lead us to victory, by the way. Everyone loves a good fruit. Yeah, I love my wife.
True. Hee-hoo. I'm gay.
Mwah.
But yeah, for now, I hope that y'all had fun with that one. I know I had an absolute blast. Absolutely fucking towing the line between dropping too low for the grandees and rising too high for the counts, all the while fighting off a civil war against the barons. That was a riot of a time. As per usual, we will be delving back into hell on Saturday with another episode of Pokemon Coliseum, continuing the grinding edition now that we have thoroughly hit a wall in the level spikes. And as mentioned, the Monday after that, we'll be together, right? Because I'm sending you back on... Sunday, yeah. So we will be able to stream on Monday with Tail Concerto. So I hope that you are all very much looking forward to that, and I hope that you all have a good day, good night, a good week, and a good however long it is until we see each other again. I'll see y'all around.
Bye-bye!